Philip Gregory.
Philip Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I need to check that out. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, so it's really interesting because it looks at the conflict, that they face in terms of, and things not being necessarily as linear, black and white. Jamster. Can you hear us? Jamster. Just knock on the window there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, is Michael logged in? Okay. So you'll give me a signal when it's time to roll. Okay.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9 Winn FM.
So this is the first edition of
This is the
Nuances.
first episode. No, thank you.
This is the first
I
edition
knew that's
of
what-
a new type
Yeah.
of voices, right?
Mhm. Creative voices. So it is a very specific approach to the call-in portfolio that Winn already has.
Secrets
So
to
the first hour is the
healthier you. Join
interview,
Dr. Natalie Osborne every Tuesday
from a
at
content
8:30
creation
a.m.
standpoint, we
on Winn
can also
FM
repackage as a 1-hour
98.9 for
program,
weekly
and
dose.
then
During this
the second
30-minute
hour
health
is
discussion,
the
we aim to
call-in,
educate
so that we
and
have
empower our listeners on the
conversation
prevention
that
of
is informed by
diseases,
what's
early
happening.
diagnosis,
Oh, yeah.
and
I love
timely
that.
intervention. Don't miss out on this informative health talk where we
Yeah.
teach you to
I
live
looked at
your
your
best life.
Tilting Access
Weekly dose, Tuesdays
application
on Winn
for
FM
new Is that
98.9.
how it is?
New video. Yeah.
So many questions,
Talking about
Klieon, so many
Oh my
questions.
gosh.
Good questions. I
Okay.
mean, because in an application video, you're only able to hint a little bit at what
Join me, Dr.
you're
Sarah Owen,
doing.
as I welcome
So,
brilliant,
this
creative,
concept
and
of,
innovators
but also
for
I
engaging
find this
sessions
interesting the
promise
way
to
that
spark
you
your
touched on the
creativity.
concept of
Don't miss
identity.
this unique opportunity
And
to interact with our guests.
I'm interested to
ask
learn
your
more
burning
about how
questions,
you
and gain
kind of
insights that could
define
elevate
or
your own creative
conceptualize
endeavors.
identity.
Tune in
Yeah.
every
It might be
Friday
different to how
Friday,
Michael
10
does,
a.m.
Yeah.
different to how I do.
Get inspired.
So
I've been
Let
having
your
this
voice
conversation a lot lately.
Yeah?
Actually, with
Calendars
people
and
in different
create to embark on a
ways,
journey of
from
creativity
different
and
angles.
innovation
Yeah.
with creative
Especially
voices.
because of this idea of indigeneity is a hot topic now,
Yeah.
and everybody's I mean, more and more. I think
Welcome. You are
the
tuned
Caribbean
into
is
the
going
very
to
first episode
grapple
of
more with this idea
Creative
of indigeneity,
Voices.
and we're
This
gonna
is a
have to
brand new
redefine it.
approach.
So you're saying
to voices
indigeneity
here at Winn
or
FM.
indigenating?
So we are going to be focusing on all
Indigeneity.
things
Okay, I'm
So
creative
being
and
indigenous,
creative.
you know,
We're
so
very
so
excited to
right now
launch the
around the
program
world
with two
there's a lot of
extra
focus
special guests.
on
I have here in studio with
indigenous
me in
groups,
St. Kitts,
you know,
Klieon John,
First
who is no stranger
Nations,
to Winn FM,
because of
and he
land
is a
politics
filmmaker.
and
He
resource
also does many
distribution,
other things
politics,
which you'll
and that
hear
kind of
about
thing.
as the show
So
progresses.
a lot
So I'll
of the
just
big
say
funding
filmmaker for
organizations
now
are
until
throwing
we get
money
into the
at
conversation.
creatives
We
who are
also
making
have
like films
Trinidadian
and doing
actor
projects and stuff
Michael
around
Cherrie,
this.
who is
So there's a
joining us
lot
from
of the
Trinidad.
conversation
Michael.
right now within like the sort of like development
I am well,
organizations.
thank you.
Once you just
I
drop
am
the
doing
word
very well.
indigeneity,
Thank you for
everybody
joining
just
us.
goes
So,
wild.
good
Because
morning,
it's
so
good
interesting
morning.
because
And we have
the more people get
fantastic
wind of that, then the more they
sponsors.
will
Good morning, good
drop
morning,
that
Trinidad.
in a
So
way to
hopefully we have
access
some
funding
Trinities tuned
that
in. I
doesn't
know one in
necessarily mean they
particular
have
who
a
I'll
true
speak about a
interest
little later
Yeah.
in the
in
program. I'm hoping
the
it's tuned
concepts
in.
surrounding
So this morning's
indigeneity.
show is going to proceed
Similar to
a
how you
little
see
bit
with
differently
environmental
from the
issues when
regular
there's a lot of
Voices
money
program, in
available
that
for
we'll have
climate
a
change
1-hour
programs
interview
and that
with
type of thing.
Klieon
Then
and
I've
with
sat
Michael.
on committees
And then
sometimes
we'll
when you get
transition to our
applications for
call
grant funding,
program. So
and
stay
you read
tuned,
it and you're
stay
like, this
locked
has nothing to do with the
in.
environment.
I know.
Write
Yeah.
down your questions. Join us for the dialogue as we continue. We're here for 2 hours, but Klieon and I were just saying that we could talk all day and throw Michael in the
I'm
mix.
good.
You know,
I'm actually a coffee
we might
drinker,
have to
but I
stage
had-
a little,
I had two
a little
every
longer
day.
than just sitting here.
I have
at
two
Winn
every- it's
FM,
called
a
my
little
ritual
takeover,
of
a little
life.
coup,
Oh, I
a
see,
little
okay.
takeover.
It's just
So
like
I
you
don't
know
know if
the
that's
coffee
the
song, so
start.
I have all the
Yeah.
gadgets to make the
But in
percolated
this
coffee,
first
but
hour,
actually
we
have
have some
grown to like a
fantastic
good
sponsors
instant
on
coffee.
board.
I
So we have
know.
potential
I
for
don't care.
all
You know,
of
judge
you
me
so much.
and guess
So we
what?
have
You found
Rams
sugar. That's
Wow.
amazing. Thank you so
That's a good
much.
sign. We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Alright, have fun. Make sure you open this before we start, just in case. So
And what I
it's
like
don't
about
split
Rams
over.
and Alliance
This
Okay.
is
Voices is that they have so many Caribbean
Thank you.
products.
Thank you so much, Lorraine.
I'm gonna drink just enough of this
Highlighting
water,
one,
because
check
you know
out
the other thing happens. We have
novels
to exit the room.
Yes. Like this in Trinidad. So these items are so yummy.
Gosh, there's so much for us to talk
I
about.
know.
Can we do like 4 hours? Is
A
this
day.
only 2
I
hours?
just locked the door.
No, honestly, yeah.
Park nicely in at Rams and get a lolly, get an ice cream sandwich. It's getting hot, get an ice cream.
I think we're going to stage a lock-in.
And today we're talking
A creative lock-in
and
on day one.
So
Creative Voices was off
Yeah.
to a very interesting start to this morning. A 10
Creative
star.
Voices got really creative.
And guess what?
In fact,
Not only are you taking
it was off to an
photos,
interesting
but
start
they
because
also
my guest
have
for the second show in February thought she was on
So
today.
you
So she's
see
like,
how
did you send me the link?
creative
I was like, oh,
commercials
no, not yet.
as well. We also
Wow.
have on board for the first hour TDC. Together
These are
we
good times.
achieve.
Yes, I think so.
When TDC says together.
So this isn't a limited series. This is meant to be going on.
Every fortnight for the year. And then
okay.
we'll see how it
You
goes.
can get
Okay.
from a car to a
Beautiful,
coloring book
beautiful,
for your
beautiful.
children.
I love
and
this. Thank you so much for
everything.
having me on.
And
Well,
this
thank you
morning
for
I want
accepting the
to
invitation.
shout
It only
out
works
in
if people want to be
particular
on the show, you know?
Who wouldn't want to sit and talk to you though? Honestly, you're a great person to talk to.
I don't know, we'll see. But you know, at the shop and in my life, I get to have such interesting conversations. And even since I was a master's student, I used to think, you know, that it's such a privilege to have these conversations about these different experiences, but sometimes it's limited to certain circles, to certain settings.
Yes.
So this is a way to sort of democratize access to that type of conversation as well.
Yeah. I love that.
Together we achieve. And then
They're running
finally,
the ads, so I guess we're
for
going
our
to start
first
some. You're going to
hour,
have to put
so
this
stay
onto
tuned
here.
there because in our
okay.
second hour we have a whole
Yeah, you
set
wouldn't
of
hear,
sponsors. So in our
Michael
first hour we
without
also want
But
to
look.
give a big shout out to Flo. Special thanks to Flo, keeping us well connected. High speed internet. You can watch Flo TV. You can get your Flo cell phones, mobile networks, all of that is readily available at Flo. And they have so many easy ways for you to do business. You want to pay your bill? Pay it online. You can go to one of their customer service representatives, or you can do like me. I like to use their high-tech kiosks, so all you have to do is just... Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. You are tuned into the very first episode of Creative Voices. This is a brand new approach to voices here at Winn FM. So we are going to be focusing on all things creative and innovative. We're very excited to launch the program with 2 extra special guests. I have here in studio with me in St. Kitts, Klieon John, who is no stranger to Winn. And he is a filmmaker. He also does many other things, which you'll hear about as the show progresses. So I'll just say filmmaker for now until we get into the conversation. We also have Trinidadian actor Michael Cherrie, who is joining us from Trinidad. Good morning, Michael. Joining us.
Morning.
Good morning. And we have fantastic sponsors. Good morning, Trinidad. So hopefully we have some Trinis tuned in. I know one in particular who I'll speak about a little later in the program. I'm hoping is tuned in. So this morning's show is going to proceed a little bit differently from the regular Voices program in that we'll have a 1-hour interview with Klieon and with Michael, and then we'll transition to our call-in program. So stay tuned, stay locked, listen in, write down your questions, join us for the dialogue as we continue. We're here for 2 hours, but Klieon and I were just saying that we could talk all day and throw Michael in the mix. You know, we might have to stage a little lock in, a little sit in here at Winn FM, a little takeover, a little creative coup. So I don't know if that's the start that we want to be off to, but I was actually made some notes on the... You shared something to your story this morning that I found really interesting on the Trinidad coat of arms.
You know, I was wondering if I should share it, you know.
But I made a little note on what, not necessarily specific to the coat of arms, but specific to the concept of culture. So if you don't want to take your coat of arms, you don't have to.
No, we can talk about it. Just don't draw me into the comments.
I don't want to be in comments myself.
Actually, I used to. That's a former boss of mine, a designer. Yeah. And I've just been following that whole...
I didn't have Marlon Darbo, is that
Yeah.
his name? I wasn't able to... I wanted to check his profile just to see who he is before I quote him. You know?
These are things that are like cultural milestones. You know, these are things that, I mean, we're talking about identity here.
Yeah.
And how do we democratically approach the concept of identity in a way that is inclusive and but not in like a buzzwordy way, in a genuine way, as Caribbean people too.
Because speaking to the director of culture, I said to him, the way that they speak of culture and identity here, it doesn't. I said to him, I was like, but you're not including me. He's like, what do you mean? I said, but the way that you had, like, just the words that you're using and it, of course. Oh, well, I guess you're right.
All right, we are back. Thank you very much for tuning in to Creative Voices episode 1. And we don't want to disappoint, so we have started off with a bang. We have in studio today Klieon John. Good morning again, Klieon.
Good morning, good morning.
All right, and we also you're welcome. And we also have Michael Cherrie joining us from Trinidad. Good morning again, Michael.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Klieon.
All right.
How are you all doing?
How are things in Trinidad?
Things, it's a nice, bright, sunny day. From a natural world perspective, from a society's perspective, interesting stuff.
Okay.
That,
Did you get doubles for
some we
breakfast
like
this morning?
and some we don't like. But
Did you get doubles for breakfast this morning?
I haven't even had breakfast this morning, I missed my doubles.
Oh,
my
no,
gosh.
we have to fix that. But I'm here now, like sequestered until midday. But we'll try to fix it for lunch at least.
We have a guy in St. James. There's a wicked bigani and roast tahina and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Every
Nice.
Trinidad doubles, man.
Very healthier doubles.
Yes, very true. Very true.